What is up, rivals? Welcome back to yet another episode of I'm Too Lazy to Fix My Base, but today we're going to do some raids with the raider bonus. So in case you guys don't know, if we go to our kingdom, basically there are different roles and etc. So right now, my lord has appointed me a raider, which means I get 20% gold bonus. So we're going to be doing some raids with this gold bonus. Let's go into an attack. Alright guys, so today we're going to change up my troop composition. We're going to get a little bit, crazy. So instead of soldiers, I'm actually going to run Maulers just because I never do it. Switch it up a little bit and show you guys something a little bit different. Going to run 3 wardens and a paladin. Paladin I run in pretty much every troop composition. The rest of them, I like to have at least 2 wardens and kind of some sort of tank, whether it's soldier or mauler, depending on the base that we are attacking. So we're going to run with Mauler, do some stuff with that, try to get a little bit better with them and see what the heck is going on. So one thing about this base I want to point out real quick, they do have some double wall action going on, but it's doing absolutely nothing because you see the buildings like this catapult. This is the biggest range building, I believe. Over here, there is an arrow launcher somewhere in the base. Okay, the arrow launcher does have bigger range, but none of these buildings even shoot over past this wall. So we could just easily take these walls down. So it's literally like these walls are in here. Unless you have something that can capitalize on having 2 walls, you know, and extending that range, there really is no point in doing that. So we have a ton of stuff that takes down walls anyway. So we're going to be using that. I'm going to wait on the Maulers so that I can use it once we get it. Okay, well, speaking of the double walls, I guess the AI can mess up and stuff like that, but that definitely wasn't accounted for. So whatever, it's all good. We're going to place the Maulers we're going to place the Maulers outside. Now, usually if I'm running soldiers, I would place them inside the walls as soon as I take down a structure in there. But since we are using these Maulers instead, they are really good at taking out walls, so I like to use them behind the walls and kind of, first of all, they can tank for the rest of your troops, the wardens and such, and on top of that, they can destroy walls. They get 300% bonus damage to walls, so really good for that. And we're taking quite a bit of damage. We should be able to, at the very least, get this stronghold, get some more Maulers out. What do you know? We have a ton of Maulers. Okay, so solid 80k, 97k after the 20% gold bonus, so a little bit better in terms of the loot we are going to receive. These walls not as beefy. We don't necessarily need to use Hegar, but I am just going to use him for this battle as well because I want to. How about that? How's that for a reason? I don't see anything that can attack air units over here, so we're gonna send out our dragon. Visakara kind of weak in terms of damage, but he's pretty tanky. So that is where he makes up for it. I do like him for this strategy for taking out the troops because by the time he finally does, his dragon fly charge gets a little bit more charged than most other dragons because his damage is a little bit lower. So it kind of works out. Normally I would attack where there's only 1 wall if possible, when there are stuff that could actually do damage and take advantage of those 2 walls, such as these stuff right here. But since we do have Hegar, we have the Mauler. I was about to say Waller again. We have Hegar and the Mauler. We're going to attack from right here so we could attack the Primus Conduit area and these 2 AoE huge damage dealers. That's where the majority of their damage is going to come from. So we're going to place them down, place down some wardens, all 3 of them in a group. Now, it may seem a little weird that I group up all of my wardens. I'm going to get a nice big freeze on there. But the reason I do that is so that the paladin can heal a bunch of them at once. That is where the bulk of my survivability comes from, on top of the fact that I do run some sort of tank in the form of the Maulers or something. We're taking quite a bit of damage. That is pretty dangerous. But you see, we still do have quite a bit of a nice little army over there. So I'm not too worried about it. I definitely think they can handle it. I don't want to fly my dragon in because they do have Skywatchers all over the base. So pretty good placement on that. We're going to have to go for it, go a little bit aggressive, because that catapult is doing a lot of damage to our troops, and I definitely don't want it to take us out. Okay, there we go. We are in a really good spot now to take out this base. There we go. Gonna place the Maulers right on that gold storage. Unfortunately, that was a misplay because they don't focus the gold storages. They focus the defensive units, so they skip that. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, so this is a pretty common base design that I see quite often. Now this Skywatcher, I don't really see it placed there, but that is actually really good placement. Definitely some of the better I've seen. It's protecting the catapults, which is super weak to air units, but it has all this stuff around it that can defend against air units. So really good placement on that. I really like that. And pretty much the same on this side, except a little bit different. This side looks the more easier to attack. Terrible grammar, more easier. Looks easier to attack, so that is what we're gonna do for this little bit of loot that we will get. Let's just use some more Maulers for the heck of it, because we're using Maulers already. Let's go for the common ones. They're only level 1, but it's not like we really need them anyway. So we're gonna attack. Pick a side to attack from. Never attack from the middle, because then your units will split. Some will go here, some will go here, some will go. No, really. Some will either go left or right, and you kind of want them all grouped up, or at least going in the same general direction, so they can kind of assist each other. So we're actually going to attack from the direction of here, because we have a Skywatcher and the arrow launcher. So potentially by doing this, we could then place our dragon down and reduce the arrow launcher to bits and pieces, because that thing could do a ton of damage. We're gonna do that. Place our dragon down at the top, just because so it's doing something in the meanwhile, and place down our Maulers here, even though we have our wall brick. Oh, yay. Should use it on the first wall because it has more health, but it's all good. Mauler's going to do some tanking. There we go. They did take out the Skywatcher. Going to send in my dragon. Going to, let's see, get a freeze on the bottom towers, because they did have a catapult there, as well as a couple of things attacking my dragon. So let's just fast forward this, as we are in a pretty good position. My dragon going to get taken out, I believe. A little bit poor positioning. Could have backed him up and got that stronghold for free, but it's all good. We're going to finish this off anyway. Definitely those level 1 Maulers, guys. That's the secret to using Maulers. Level 1 Maulers. They maul everything. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Holy crap. It's quite a lot of loot for this type of base. Not that it's a ton of loot in general, but for this base, a Stronghold 9, and doesn't look that tough at all. This is actually quite a lot of loot. So I mean, not that I'm complaining. I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just happy. So thinking about the Maulers, they're good for certain situations where there's quite a lot of walls to take down. But as far as general purpose, I would definitely recommend using soldiers over them, but it's all good. We did kind of make a boo-boo, because there are Skywatchers over here. They're watching what I do, and I gotta be careful to not fly over there. So what I'm gonna do instead is fly over here, get this gold because I'm greedy, and get this true portal. That's the main reason I flew over here. But we are getting hit by this watchtower. Gonna send out my, oh man, this is a bad chain of events. Send out my units to take that out. But now we're getting hit by this arrow launcher, so it's all good. We're gonna send these Maulers in over here, break the wall. We have a freeze ready to go. Gonna send it out at the top. 2 catapults. Oh man, 2 Primus conduit catapults going berserker at the bottom, so that could potentially be dangerous, but it's all good. We got a free freeze. Gonna send that out. Gonna freeze them again. Double freeze. Call me Mr. Freeze, and we should be able to clear out this base, no problem. Wow, troops getting a lot lower than I expected, actually, but it looks like we are able to finish it off anyway. All right, we're not switching it up. I decided to switch to one of my favorite ancients, Nyrax. I already did a guide on him, because you guys know how much I love him already, but actually, let's try something a little bit different here. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work out or completely flop and be terrible, but we're gonna try a soldier, a Mauler, and 2 warden and a paladin. So this could either work really well or be very terrible. My theory for this is that the soldiers can actually take the most of the damage while the Maulers are destroying the walls, and keep the Maulers alive a little bit, because they are seeming to die quite fast. And yeah, hopefully this regeneration will also help with that, keeping them alive, survivability, all that shenanigans. But let's see. So we're gonna send out, here's what we're gonna do. Send out our dragon, because in case you guys don't know, dragon doesn't activate the bunker at all. So once again, another situation where dragon sniping is king. Neither does it activate the catapult, so really good here for this little corner there. Kind of bad placement as far as that bunker and that catapult. We could take them out for free pretty much if we just get the perfect position on this dragon. And it looks like, there we go. That's exactly what we're going to do, so we're going to wait for that. There we go. Place this down. Let's place down some soldiers as well. Place down dish. Oh man, they're taking a lot of damage. So we're going to get our heal off. But we have our wardens doing work on the side. While all of these damage tank units, these soldiers and the Maulers are actually taking the brunt of the damage. So this is actually a perfect setup for Maulers and soldiers. This is a perfect base, rather, for that kind of setup. Oh no, Warden AI going a little bonkers. Hopefully they come back here, because I do not like the look of that. But we do have our dragon pretty healthy right now. They do have a Skywatcher up, but it's all good. He's taking some damage. Like I said, Visakara pretty tanky, but that is a good and a bad thing in some ways. He does lack damage, but he does make up for it in the form of health and bulkiness, so it's all good. And there we go, guys. So we are going to just clear out this base, get the rest of the gold. That was a lot of gold in a gold storage. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So as I upgrade more troops, I'm definitely going to vary it a little bit more. My Maulers aren't too upgraded. That's why I haven't been using them too much. think they're only like level 1 or 2. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try to upgrade all my troops, get them all to max level so I could bring some variety and different strategies and stuff like that for you guys. So don't forget to leave a like rating if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new. And with that said, thanks for watching. Peace!